Good afternoon, welcome. We're so glad you were able to come and join us for this celebration this afternoon of our Department of Education graduates and completers. Thank you so much for coming. We are so pleased that we are able to celebrate this amazing accomplishment. What a tremendous thing that you have gone through the last year and a half, the whole time you've been in the program. You've overcome so much, and we are so grateful that we've had a chance to celebrate you today. I want to give a special thanks. Our president, Dr. David Livingston, is here. Our provost, Dr. Christopher Sint, is here. Thank you so much. And just a special thanks to you for your leadership this year, for your thoughtful, your effective leadership that really got us to where we are today, to even be able to have this celebration, and for you all to be able to have completed what you completed this year. So thank you so much for all you did this year. Thank you so much for being here today. Thanks to friends and family for being here as well. We're going to open with a prayer, and we have Yushashri Munukutla, who's going to come and say our prayer for us.
Dear God, grant our teachers an abundance of your wisdom. Prepare their hearts to welcome and love our loved ones, and may we make sure to show them love and respect in return. Give them grace as they help students who aren't thriving, courage to say what needs to be said, tools and knowledge on how and when to speak love, and strength when they feel weak. When they feel unseen, remind them that no moment goes unnoticed. They are shaping the future in 1 million small, yet incredibly important ways every day. We are overwhelmed with gratitude for the gift of learning they share with our children. Bless them, Lord, and may they see even just a glimpse of how their faithfulness will forever impact generations to come. Amen.
Amen. Thanks so much. And now we're going to have Dr. Kip Klein come. He's our interim dean of the College of Education and Social Sciences. He has some words for us. And then he will be needing to skip right out. He's got a ceremony right down the hall. So go ahead, Dr. Klein, and come.
Thanks, Dr. Pruitt. Good afternoon, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here together in person. We've been longing for this kind of gathering for quite a while now, and it's great to be here to celebrate the achievements of our graduates today. To the parents, family, and other supporters who are here, on behalf of the College of Education and Social Sciences, welcome, and thank you so much for all that you've provided to the students whose graduation we recognize and celebrate today. Thank you again, President Livingston, Provost Sint, for your presence here today and your continued support of all our students, including these graduates with us today. So graduates of the Department of Education and the programs in secondary education and elementary education, we are so proud of you. As you are well aware, roughly about the last 30% of your college career began with all of your face-to-face classes abruptly moving to fully online, your social lives screeching to a halt, and your immediate futures being constituted by layer upon layer of uncertainty. I know many of you were eventually impacted by the health threats and economic hardships brought on by the pandemic. These and other challenges were then stretched onto the current academic year as your lives continued to be constrained and often deeply challenged. It was in this milieu that you finished your degree. You finished your degree during a time of difficulty that only comes around about once a century. Now, it may take you years before you fully realize how remarkable your achievements that we celebrate today are. You know, typically at graduation ceremonies and recognition celebrations such as this, speakers deliver motivational messages. These messages often come in the form of stories, inspirational stories told to graduates as they leave the academy and enter the, quote, real world. But this year, in my view, there's little need of a speaker telling inspirational stories. You all of you here, graduates, you are the inspirational story. You have inspired us with your resilience, your talent, your commitment, and your dedication. I am so hopeful about the future because of you. Not only have you lived a remarkably inspiring story over these past year and change, you are now forever associated with a 350-year-old tradition of Lasallian education. Now, this means in part that you've not only been prepared with the relevant skills to create a meaningful professional life for yourself, you're also prepared to contribute to causes that seek to overcome human misery and marginalization. You've been prepared to be critical, reflective citizens, as well as effective teachers. Now, the world certainly needs good, successful teachers right now. We know this is true in particular in the United States, and even more particularity in the state of Illinois. But the world could really use good, effective Lasallian teachers and educators. And I'm convinced that you'll all be just that as you enter the next phase of your life and into your own classroom. Congratulations, we wish you all the best, and thank you for being our inspiration.
Thanks so much, Dean Klein. Thank you for all of your work over the past year to get us to where we are tonight. Appreciate you. So now we are going to celebrate you, our graduates and completers. So we're going to start with elementary education. So if you would rise where you are and come line up right over here to my right against that wall, we are going to call your name one at a time and have you come and receive your certificate on stage. Now, this is a little different from our regular graduation ceremonies. So you are allowed to clap for your graduate. So you're allowed to cheer and clap, and you're allowed to take a picture. So we're going to have them stop for just a second as they're coming across the stage. So if you are a friend or family member, you are welcome to stand and grab that quick picture as they're walking across the stage. And you'll be called in alphabetical order, so if you might want to keep that in mind as you're kind of getting yourself ready. Okay, so now we'll have our program director, Ann O'Brien, and Dr. Martha Wilkins come, and they're going to present your certificates.
Shakia Allen. Strike a pose, right? Joseph Ansel. Allison Arvia. Joyce Ballish. Mary Boomer. So, guys, you don't have to congregate on this side. We'll allow you to take some pictures at the end, okay? All right, Jessica Caldwell. Okay, guys, just for, the purposes of logistics, when you get up here, you can stand and take a picture, and your family can take pictures. They can clap, they can scream, they can do all those things. We'll give you a certificate, and then you'll pass around, and then at the end, we'll take pictures by group. Does that work for everybody? Okay, thank you. Just a little clarification. Karina Cano. Angela Chesser. Paula Heldak. You know y'all's people want to take a picture, you better stop and pose. Ellen Hill. Melissa Houston. Gloria Jasso. Kaylee LaFontaine. Theodore Lamb. Kelly, I'm gonna mess this up. Kelly Luzzi. Lazzie, sorry. Samantha Morgan. Jacqueline Perel. Lourdes Romero. Daniel Sloan. Always the life of the party, Dan. Always. Ayana Webb. Tracy Williams Moore. Jessica Zagja. And that concludes the elementary education candidates. Thank you so much. We couldn't be more proud. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Congratulations. So now we'll have our middle level education and secondary education candidates. If you could come and line up in the same place, and Dr. Doreen Huvert will come and call your names.
Jacob Beckman? Alonzo Cardenas? Juliana de La Paz? I didn't recognize her. I didn't recognize you. You look so different. Nicholas Colo? No, sorry. Yushashri Unukutla, and Nushashri is also receiving an award as a Noyce Scholar recipient. Nicholas Peters. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, as you came in this afternoon, you should have received a seashell. So those of you that are graduating, if you could pull that out. We're going to take just a minute and have a special reading, and elementary education graduate Daniel Sloan will come and complete that reading for us. It's on the back of your program for you to follow along. Daniel?
You're probably wondering why the seashell. It is a gift to you to help you reflect, and another gift you will receive, your students. Maybe your shell is fragile, delicate, and easily broken. So are your students. Handle them kindly and with care. Maybe your shell looks beautiful. Each student in your class has a special beauty. Discover it and help others to notice it and appreciate it. Maybe your shell is hard. Remember that the shell has a cover to protect a sea creature. Sometimes our students build a hard shell to protect themselves from harm. Open the hard shell to nurture the life within. Maybe you notice that your shell has pieces chopped away or broken off. Some students have had difficult experiences that have chipped away their positive self-image and broken their spirit. Help to rebuild their self-image and rekindle their enthusiasm. Maybe you notice that the shell was once very tiny and seemed to be built up one layer at a time. Your students are like that. Each one has a small core of knowledge and experience. Some will have many layers built around this core. Others have only a few. Take your students as they are and add carefully to their growth. Maybe your shell looks plain and rather commonplace. Sometimes you may feel that there is nothing special about a student. Look again. You will see that each student is unique, just as each shell is unique. Help each student to realize his or her importance and worth. The shell you have in your hand is unique. It was carried to shore by the ocean just for you. What will you do with it now that it is yours? Each student in your class is unique too. Each one is in your hands now. What will you do with your students now that they are yours?
Thanks so much, Dan. Well, congratulations again. We are so excited to see where you will go from here and all that you will do. We know that you will continue on as LaSallian educators, that you will touch the lives and hearts of the students under your care, and we look forward to watching that and watching you grow as an educator. So please do stay in touch with us and let us know how you're doing, and let us provide support for you even after you leave our doors here and you're out doing in your own classroom. So we are excited to see where you'll go. And once again, we just can't say enough how proud we are of you and all that you've accomplished. I know that your family and friends here today feel the same way. And many of you also sacrificed and put in many hours as your graduate was getting to this finish line. So there's much to celebrate, and we want to give you plenty of time to do that. So if you exit these doors in just a moment, you'll go to the left and kind of circle around, and you'll see an outdoor courtyard. And you're free to go out and fellowship and take pictures and spend some time with one another and celebrate together. Thanks so much again for coming. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.
Hold on before. Or piece of clarification, we usually like to take group pictures. So if we can have all of the secondary candidates, you'll group together and then we'll take a picture up here. All of the elementary graduate candidates, we'll take a picture up here, and all of the elementary undergraduate candidates, we'll take a picture up here. Families, feel free to go out into the courtyard and wait for your graduates, or you can take a picture too if you like, okay? So we'll do that and then we'll head up right outside. Thanks again.